Hello everyone, nice to see you again. Actually last week it was really weird to have worship with all of you. You enjoyed worship last year? Last week?
Yes.
I'm sure also last year you enjoyed, but also last week, right? For me it was really special to have a worship in Japan, actually. There is not many churches in there. And you guys, in Korea, if you walk around a little bit, you can see many crosses and many churches. But in Japan, it's not like that. So, being in a church in Japan, doing worship in that country, who is full of idol worship and darkness, it made me realize a lot of things. I was feeling also really blessed to be there, also sharing the gospel in that kind of field. Today's title is The Key to Set Me Free from the Snare. I didn't worship with you here, but I was able to listen to the message about what Assistant Pastor Joanne was sharing about, right? She was also talking about this kind of snares, right? This is a flow that is coming now into the message. And it's really important to us to understand and realize that the same grace also I was able to receive it. And I want to talk a little bit about this. Why? If we are stuck in our lives in the snare, our work of faith will be really difficult. Not only that, but our lives will be full of complaints, full of problems. It's really important for you to understand what is this snare, how Satan has been working in my life, in my country. I will keep talking about this during the message today. First of all, it's really important to you to understand which kind of a snare are you facing. I really pray today you can open your eyes to see this kind of a snare. In which snare are you stuck in your life? First, we must understand what is this kind of snare. All things that doesn't allow you to enjoy the blessings that God prepared for you, that's a snare. Already God finished everything on the cross, but still I'm facing many problems, still I'm stuck in my life, many spiritual problems, that it didn't allow me to enjoy the blessings that I already received as a child of God. All these things that block me to enjoy this is a snare. You will understand later. For example, there are people who always come late to worship. And we see they're just, we can just see, oh, he's just a little bit late. But there's always something that it makes him come late. That thing is a snare for him. I really pray if, in case there is something like that in your life, that it block you to receive grace, it block you to receive and enjoy the blessing as a child of God, to see that and to pray, breaking the darkness inside of there. Because that is snare that Satan is giving to you on the way to block you to enjoy the grace given by God. Because he knows that when you are able to receive this spiritual strength, something is going to happen around you, inside you. You will become the person who really God desires. And through you, God's works will start to rise. There is people that come always when the message is about to finish, right? This is happening. They don't realize, but it's happening. We must have this kind of eyes to see this kind of people. Yesterday, for example, I went to the Bible study to Vietnam University, right? But only one person was there. I asked to the leader, and just one person told in advance that they're not able to join. But how about others? We don't know. So for one moment, I was a little bit deceived by Satan also. I was tired because I get the day before at 10:30 to here to Daegu. So I was really tired, but even that, I was excited because after 10 days I was able to meet you again. So I went to the Bible study, but just one person was there. How many people are gathered is not the problem, but why they cannot come, why they are not coming, we don't know nothing. So in that moment, it's like something is up to born inside of me. I'm tired, maybe it's better if I rest and just prepare the message for tomorrow, why I should come here, why I should do this and come and give a message here. Many kind of questions start to come to me. If they cannot come, at least you should tell us in advance. Many kind of things come to me, but from 1 second I start to change. This is why I'm going to share about this message today. I start to change my thinking. No, it's not like that. It could be their snares. God completely prepared something for them. It could be their snares. So what I must do is just help them. So it starts to make me think how much I'm praying for this Bible study, how much I'm praying for all of you, how much I'm going into your field and blocking the darkness in there. Maybe realize and think about this a lot. This is a snare that doesn't allow us to enjoy the blessings and an answer. In other words, what is a snare? A snare is my spiritual state. This is the snare, my conclusion as I realize. When I have this spiritual strength, this spiritual concentration power, everything is okay. Doesn't matter what I'm facing, I will be able to overcome it. I'm feeling like this. But when my spiritual state is not that good, continually I'm stuck in my life into the same kind of snares. This kind of snares could be my scar from the past, it could be my spiritual problem, it could be many other things, my situation. But all of that are connected with my thinking. If my spiritual state is not that good, my thinking is always complaining, always looking at just the problems. So always I'm facing this kind of snares in my life. This is why, if you are able just to change your spiritual state, you will be able to overcome all the snares that you are facing. All the things, spiritual problems, scars from the past, other kind of things that will block you to receive the blessings of God. You will be able to overcome it when your spiritual state go up. I really pray that looking and praying for that, all your spiritual problem, your scars from the past, your thinking, that it could become a snare for you. Just changing your spiritual state to completely overcome all these kind of snares. This is why, if you are just changing my spiritual state, I will make me free from this snare. This is the key. It's the title, right? The key to set me free from this snare. So how can we do that? I'm going to talk about 3 things. The first one is I can set me free from the snare just restore in my life the power of concentration. It's a little bit long. So restore the power of concentration to set you free from the snare. Is the first point. It's really long, right? If you are able to have this power of concentration, you will be able to overcome this snare. Because all snare, it comes according to my spiritual state. We can see that this snare starts Not from now, but it's been there for a long time ago. It's 12 life problems. I thought this is a problem that I'm facing today. This is a person that I'm meeting as a first time, but I'm stuck in my life in the same problem with also this person. I thought it's a problem from now, or from this year, or from this month, or from this new boyfriend, or from these new friends. But it's not like that. It's the problem that is been in my family line, it's been in my country, it's been in my culture, it's been in my life from a long time ago. The 12 life problems. I've been talking about that before, right? As I realized, the only way to escape from this is just going inside of this 21 secrets of life. We already did the training. I'm praying to start a new training also about this. Because as I'm discovering these 21 secrets in my life, I will be able to set me free from these kind of 12 problems. What is these 21 secrets of life? They are talking just about the gospel, personalizing the gospel in me. You know, this year, this week, coming to Korea from Japan, I went to the airport and they didn't want to allow me to come into Korea. Something really interesting was happening. I was just, because I have my ticket, right? I already bought my ticket. But when I went there, they didn't want to give me the ticket to go into the plane. So I asked them the reason, and they say it's because I will come to Korea, but I don't have other plane to leave Korea. So my visa is only for 3 months, right? And because I don't have a date when I will leave from Korea, they cannot allow me to come inside to Korea. They explained me like that. Oh, I just told them, because I don't know when I'm going to leave Korea. But inside of these 3 months, I will leave for sure. So being in Korea, I will buy my new ticket. But they say I have to buy in advance. So they didn't want to allow me to come to Korea. You know what it comes inside of me in that moment? Because they are thinking maybe I can stay here to overstay, right? That's illegal. But I'm not interested about to overstay here and stay forever. So what it comes to me is like, what are you thinking about? I'm European. That comes to me. I'm from Europe. Why an European guy want to stay here, do overstay? There is no one from Europe who want to do that. To South Korea? Why? That it comes inside of me. What are you thinking about, right? That was my thinking, but actually, that's the pride that European people has. American people also are quite similar, right? It's inside of me. Whether I learned that, I don't know, but it's inside of me. It's inside of the culture, it's inside of the education, it's inside of many things that I've been learning until now. So after that, I really start to realize, oh, I think this is a 12 life problems also in Europe, right? How can I realize this? Just going my life inside of this. Well, it comes later. I have a reason why I have to go to Korea. That's my heavenly mandate. Why? I have to be trained in the gospel and bring this gospel to all nations. This is my heavenly mandate. I have to prepare myself and save and raise many disciples to send them to many nations. So I have a reason to come to Korea. Doesn't matter what they say, I will go to Korea. I have this kind of faith. This kind of faith, it came to me later, after my pride, right? So of course, that's right. It's rightful. I have to prepare myself to save the world. If I want to escape from these life problems, if I'm not going inside of this 21 secret, it's going to be impossible. I'm going to stop my life continually in my own thinking, in my own pride, just in myself, looking into myself. This is why discovering just discovering my heavenly mandate, I'm able to overcome these 12 life problems. I really pray all of you to hold on to this covenant of God. I went to Japan for 10 days and doing evangelism camp, going to the field. I was able to see many things. I was surprised because many foreigners are gathering in Osaka. There is more than 137 countries gathering in Osaka now. It's really a lot of foreigners. So if you walk into the street, you can see a lot of foreigners. It's really a surprise, more than Seoul probably. Of course, there is many tourism. So if you take apart the tourist people and look the foreigners who are living there, they are from many countries, right? Maybe Zimbabwe, maybe Philippines, Spain, States, US, many countries, right? They're gathering there, but all of them, it looks similar. What I started to realize, all the foreigners who was, not all, but most of them, I was able to see many foreigners who are living there with the same kind of a personality. They like anime, right? Anime? Like manga, like this kind of things? Like Dragon Ball, this kind of things? Animation? So, all of them that are wearing like the same thing, like are putting their hair like really high, like putting yellow hair like this. Even the foreigners. Of course, the Japanese people in there, right? So I start to think, and just looking to them, you can see the same crazy people gathered together in the same place. I think it's about my spiritual state. Same people with the same conditions, same spiritual problems, they gather together. That's the flow. I really pray today, if you are able to restore the power of concentration in your life, you will be set free from your snare. Just concentrate a little bit in the gospel. So you will have the power to overcome your snare. This is why we need to restore this power of concentration. What is the problem? We are not concentrating in the gospel. If we are focused just a little bit on the gospel, will be enough, but we are not doing. That's why we are stuck in our lives always in the same kind of thinking, in the same kind of problems. I really pray all of you to open your eyes to see this kind of 12 life problems in your life. Because in each country, these 12 problems are different. If I don't go inside of these 21 things, 21 secrets, I fall continually in my own motivation, in my own motive, only looking to myself. This is why Pastor Liu is keep talking about that we must have this kind of 9 points in our lives. Do you know these 9 points? It's the high, it's with T, right? The deeper and the width. What is above me? What is behind or under me? What is next to me or near in my size? What is in my past? What is my present? What is my future? These 9 points. What it means? These are, if you are keeping this 9 point with you, your eyes will start to be open. You will be able to see other things that other people cannot see. So most of people, they're just living their lives, just focusing themselves. I have to go this way, I'm just going. Doesn't matter if someone is crossing, I'm just going. This is my way. If you are able to see the highest, the deepest, the width, above you, under you, your size, the past, the present, the future in your life, you will be able to have a bigger picture about your life, about God's plan. because it's important to go in together with other people. With this thing, you can set you free from the snare and make you make your thinking in the correct way. Just with these 9 points and these 21 secrets. I really pray you can restore this power of concentration in your life. While your thinking then will start to change as you are focused your life in the gospel. I thought, because if you just listen to the message, in Europe, churches are closing. In America, many churches are closing. You go to Europe, you say the gospel, but people are not believing in Jesus. So when it comes to me, I don't know if Spain evangelism is going to be okay. Really, I'm going to be able to do that. Because Spanish people, as I see in the culture, they don't really like church, they don't really believe in Jesus. This kind of thinking, it comes to me. That can become a snare to me. But focus my life on the gospel, what it can give to me is the evidence. I'm with you, I'm doing. So with this answer, I have the strength to do that. This is why it's really important to you to restore the second thing. To restore the spiritual power to set you free from the snare. I really pray you can restore this spiritual power. If you have the power to be concentrated in the gospel, and being concentrated on the gospel, if you are able to receive this power, this strength, you will be able to overcome everything. From that moment, your snare will disappear. Because I don't have any strength. Because I'm weak. Because I have nothing with me. This is why you need this power. I really pray you can restore this spiritual power in your life. Just hold onto God's covenant. This is power. If you are able to concentrate your life and hold on to God's covenant, this is power in your life. Because you are weak, you have nothing. But if you are able to hold on to this a little bit, you will see how the Holy Spirit start to work and arise, the works of the Holy Spirit arise in your life. Become a witness of this. How the Holy Spirit start to fulfill the word of God in your life. Pastor, I want to do the 3 days, but I don't have any strength. Just start to do it. Believe that. Pastor, I want to do the 3 days, but my leader is not doing. Should I do by myself? Do it. Really. For you, your team can change. Oh, this is my team, but I think that team, it looks more fun. It looks much better. Don't have that kind of a snare. Change that. For you, your team can change. For you, if you start to do it, even your leader will start to do it. I was doing an evangelism camp, and I just went to the field in Japan. And this kind of message, it comes before we went to the field. We was gathering, and Pastor was sharing the message, and then we was going to the field in Osaka, right? I was in charge of one area, and in there I was able to meet a church member that he didn't join the evangelism camp, and he's a chef of sushi, really delicious. He's having a restaurant of a sushi restaurant in there. So I just started to talk with him, and because his work, he cannot join church on Sundays, just maybe once per month or something like that. He's Japanese, he's not Korean, he's Japanese, and he really wants to do evangelism. He started to receive grace, but he doesn't know how to do that. Me, I just listened to the message that the pastor was sharing in the evangelism camp, and just the same message I was just able to relate to him. Completely changed. He started to receive one strength, one power that he wants to do it. So we opened a regional church in there. Every Monday they will start to do worship there. Already also I lead the first worship also there. So they will start to do worship in there. So even he's not coming on Sundays, every Monday he will be able to listen to the word and do the prayer movement, the word movement, and the evangelism movement in that area. There is many people to receive salvation in there. I did nothing. How was the answer? I was just holding on to God's covenant. The pastor was saying this word, and I just was writing the word that the pastor was saying, going to the field and saying same word. I was saying to him. He believed that. He was holding onto that word. That's the works of the Holy Spirit. You must become this kind of witness in your life. I did nothing. This Japanese chef just understood what I was saying. Just following the word, you must become a witness of this salvation. Really, God is working to save people. He's doing the work of salvation. Really, you must become a witness. You must become used by God to do this. Why? I don't know if you have the experience that someone through you accepts Jesus Christ. That day completely become different. I'm living my life, but today someone gets salvation from me. Completely become different that day. I really pray to you to enjoy this kind of blessing also. Just following the word. Following the word, someone accepts Jesus Christ today. That day completely become different in your life. If you have a few experiences like this, you become completely a different person. The last day, I was just arriving Tondegu, right? And coming to here, I was tired because it was 10:30. I just ride the taxi and came here. I was tired, but even I was tired, I ride the taxi, and of course I started to talk with him, right? I want to go this place, but he was surprised, the driver, he was surprised because I speak Korean really well, right? So he just said, are you Korean? I mean, are you a missionary or are you a student? He said that to me, straight. So I asked him, I'm an assistant pastor and I'm preparing myself to be a missionary. How did you know that? He said, oh, these days many foreigners are missionaries. He just said that. So he also is a Catholic believer. So I start to share about my life. Even in my family, my grandmother used to go Catholic church from his whole life. Last month, she truly accepted Jesus Christ. But before she was, my grandmother also was going to a Catholic church. So I know what is that, right? I'm from Spain, so 90% of my country are Catholic. So I even start to share about my testimony. You know, Catholic church is okay. They're really big, and it's okay. But it's too hard to follow what they teach. It's too hard to be holy, I told him. Because they say, you have to do this and do this, do this. If you don't do that, you will go to hell. You will receive curses. Because you do that, pray this many times. Because you do that, just pay for this offering, then you will go to heaven. This is what they preach. So it's too hard to follow that. So he said, that's right. Me, I was going to church because I was believing, if I go to church, of course God is going to bless me. If I offer in a lot, of course God is going to bless me. I was thinking about this. I listen to pastor's message and it looks really nice. But when I go back to my home, my parents are fighting, my sisters are fighting, same problems in the school. My grandfather passed away really early, so my grandmother was living alone since she was quite young, in her 30s. My 2 aunts get divorced, my 2 sisters get divorced. I didn't ask for these questions, and I was going to church continually with my mom. But these problems, it keep coming to my family line. I was just sharing about this. One day, what I should believe in Jesus, I didn't understand that, so I just stopped to go in church. Later, now, understanding the gospel, what I realized, I didn't know why God sent Jesus Christ. Pastor said this morning, other religions are fine. There is no bad in the things, but they are not the Christ. I didn't know why God sent us as an answer, Jesus. Why I should believe in Jesus. In me, I didn't know that. I was talking with him. So now I know that that problem that was happening in my family is a problem that it comes from being separate from God, from being inside of sin, and from being under Satan's hands. This is the reason why God sent us Christ as answer to us. So believe in Jesus, you can meet God. Believe in Jesus, you get the forgiveness for your sins. And believe in Jesus, these curses that they bring you, that it comes to your life, to your family line, it breaks. I understood that. So when I believed that, everything started to change. I didn't even ask him to do a prayer. I just told him, the only thing that you must do, if you believe this and confess with your mouth that this Jesus is your Lord, doing a prayer, inviting Jesus as the Lord of your life, in your heart, that's accepting prayer. I just explained what is that, but I didn't ask him to do that. When we stopped, he just hold my hand. I want to do the prayer. Can you help me? Of course, let's pray. And he accepted Jesus Christ. 10:30 p.m. I just get off, but I didn't expect that. But I just get off, and my eyes, my face was completely different. Wow, this guy received salvation. After that, I asked him, "Where is Jesus now?" He said, "You say he's in my heart." He understood really well, right? So I said, "Don't forget that now." But I'm going to Catholic church with my wife. It's okay, just go in Catholic church. But don't forget, now Jesus is in your heart. It's with you. Doesn't matter what happened, you will go to heaven. You're a child of God from now. I would like to him to don't go to Catholic church and have a really, truly enjoying the work of faith. But that's something that the Lord must do. Really, God is doing this work of salvation, being used by God to fulfill what He's doing. That day completely changed your life. If you have a few appointments like this, you become a different person. Of course, we need to raise this kind of disciples like you. Because I cannot be in Yunnan University 24 hours. You must become this kind of disciples and enjoy this oneness, all of us together. Because this is power. If we don't become one, the darkness will overcome us. So that's why, if maybe one sister or brother are a little bit separate, are afflicted for a few problems, don't criticize them, don't talk about them, but embrace them more. Because if we are not enjoying this oneness, darkness will overcome us. I'm about to finish. I really pray that you can concentrate in this spiritual power. Really, just restore these two things. The power of being concentrated, the power of the spiritual power in your life. Then you will be able to overcome all the snares. There is a point to save the field. If you have this life with you, people will receive this life. So as you are personalizing this gospel in your life, you will be able to help others to personalize this gospel in your life. This is why, the third point, we need to raise a spiritual system to set you free from the snare. So set the spiritual system. To set you free from the snare. Why we need this? Because there is no way to save people. There is no way where people can live by themselves. This is why they need this true Today something is wrong with my English. They need this true prophet. Because there is no way for them to get salvation by themselves. This is why they need this true prophet. If it's not by the blood of Christ, they cannot escape from the disasters and curses. This is why they need this true priest. There is no reason to keep suffering because Christ already, He is the true King. So you don't have a reason to keep suffering. Just become a witness of how God is fulfilling, of the fulfillment of the word. Then, if you are keep saying this, you will be able to see that you will start to enjoy the personal evangelization. What it means is, it means that with knowing your life will start to keep going inside continually of the gospel. So your life will be evangelized. You will start to have and see through you that the church will start to be evangelized. So church evangelization start to happen. That through you, through your church, world evangelism start to happen. How was these 2 weeks for you? Are you really receiving this guidance in the field? Little by little, fulfilling the missions that I gave to you? Are you able to see how God is fulfilling the Word of God in your life, in your field? Today also I have a few missions for you, but I don't have a space. I will grab the missions here. What is this conclusion? The missions for this week. Just think, what is my snare? What in my life it blocked me to enjoy the blessings of a child of God? Just think about it. Is my pride? Is just my selfish? Maybe some friends? My worries about the future? My depression? What is this snare? Just keep thinking about that. What it blocked you to enjoy the gospel? If you found this, then inside of this problem or snare, what is your heavenly mandate? Think about it. For me, one of my heavenly mandate is Isaiah 43, 8 to 12. Many people, they have eyes, but they cannot see. They have ears, but they cannot listen. They are completely inside of these snares. They are completely over the darkness. They confess, I believe in Jesus, but their life, their heart are completely different. Open their eyes, open their ears is my heavenly mandate. Give them an answer, people who are suffering in the field. Third mission, just share this answer that you're receiving to others. You don't even to talk to an unbeliever, just do it by teams. During this week, think what is my snare, what is my heavenly mandate inside of this, and do it in your team, this kind of forum. So team leaders also must start to enjoy and start to do this. Okay, I will pray. Dear God, thank you for your grace. Give us the spiritual power and the power to be concentrated only on the gospel. Restoring this in our lives, give us the grace to realize all the snares in our life and to overcome this snare with the gospel. In the name of Jesus Christ I pray. Amen.